Have you ever noticed how change in our lives can surface and show other areas that need changing in our lives? It's kind of like that domino effect. So as one thing changes, it begins to affect another area and another area and another area. And I've been thinking about that a lot lately. And I kind of likened it to how when I have this great idea of changing the furniture around in my bedroom or my living room, and how it starts with moving the couch or one piece of furniture, and then that means I have to move another piece and another piece, and soon I've now got to rearrange even the areas, the pictures, and different things on my wall. And what starts off as a kind of a small job ends up becoming a whole day's worth of working and changing things around. And usually then I also have to call my husband to help lift the heavy loads. But anyway, it's just reminding me of how even in that there's a lot of good things, and then there's also a lot of discoveries of not such great things. So when you move one piece of furniture, maybe that bed or that couch that hasn't been shifted around in a long time, you discover a lot of dust and a lot of dirt, and that the baseboards need to be wiped, and maybe some cobwebs and stuff in places that have not actually been tended to and have not been noticed. And as hard as that is, it creates a little bit more work. It shows the dirt, so to speak. And as hard as that may be, it is an opportunity to take care of some things and clean out some areas and pay attention to some areas that have been forgotten and have been hidden. And in the end, I love it. In the end, I love how my bedroom looks or my living room looks. And I love that at the end of the day, I know that even those darkest areas and most hidden spots are clean. And so I have just been thinking a lot about that, and even how sometimes in moving things around, you discover that lost earring or those 100 bobby pins that women seem to always lose. You find that pen or that shoe or that toy piece or whatever it is. Sometimes you find money. That's awesome. That's rare, but that has happened before. And so there's a lot of discovering that can happen in change. And I am learning again in this season of my life to embrace that change and to welcome that. And some of us can see change as trials in our church right now. We're just going through a series in 1 Peter, and the first one was all about trials and how it presses on some of those faith muscles in our lives. And as I was writing that down in my journal, I read it, try all out of trial. And I know that I realized how often that in a trial, I seem to try all. I try everything. And really, it was meant to help me, to cause me to draw near to the Lord, who is my answer and who holds the solutions and who is always there for me, walking beside me, journeying with me in the trials, with a million promises. And I am just making some new choices right now, that as I face new trials, that the first thing I want to do is not try all of everything else, but to remember that Jesus is worth it all. He is worthy of it all. That little word all, 3 letters, but so huge and so powerful, and it just means so much. And so, God calls us to love him with all our heart and all my strength and all my soul. And I know that a trial, it tries all. And it is to bring me to a place that amongst change, I'm not afraid to discover the dirt. And I'm not afraid to go into those places that the Lord wants to highlight, even those hidden things that he wants to expose, whether it's lies I've been believing or different ways I process things or whatever it is, that he does try all because he wants our all. So I want to just encourage you to journey with me on this, through this, because we're going to get through it, and we're going to come out better, and we're going to come out more whole, and we're going to come out on top, and being able to go, wow, that trial, that change, I allowed those things to surface. Maybe I didn't like it, but I am going to deal with it, and I'm going to rejoice in it, and I'm going to come out praising and thanking God, because I'm going to be a better person, and I'm going to be more of a whole person. And so anyway, I encourage you that in your change, as things begin to surface that need to be changed, embrace it. Rejoice in it. Thank God for it. It's the best way to remove the enemy's weapons against you and turn them against him instead, as we start to go, wow, thank you for this trial, because I'm going to come out of this as a totally different person. So anyway, bless you with that. Hopefully you can just feel like you're in a place where you're not afraid to move that furniture around. You're not afraid to shift some stuff around, and that you find the joy in discovering every area that the Lord is working on in your life. So have an awesome day. I bless you. Hope this brings a little life to your house from mine.